If your life is not reflecting the amount of inner work you've been doing, it's time to stop the battle. It's time to give up the fight. It's time to give up the belief that there's something wrong with you, something to fix, so that somehow you're broken or not normal. This is the biggest shadow. A lot of people spend years doing shadow work, years doing psychology, years doing so many things in order to fix themselves, change themselves, improve themselves, with that constant chasing for something and that relentless belief that there's always something else. But what they fail to see, and I know because I have been there, I know because I have firsthand experienced that, what they fail to see is the belief, the biggest shadow lurking, that I'm broken, I'm not normal, something's wrong with me. The more you chase trying to change yourself, fix yourself, because it's fueled by that shadow, by that subconscious aspect of you, by that belief, the more you will find something, the more you will have that urge, the more you dig a deeper and deeper and deeper hole for yourself, and all the while, your life is actually not transforming, reflecting all that work, all that money, all that relentless pursuit that you've been doing. And so that's the greatest indication. If it's not reflecting to you the amount of inner work you've been doing, something is wrong, something is off, something is like a red flag telling you, hey, pay attention. And I can tell you from my own personal experiences that a lot of this comes from toxic shame, the belief in unworthiness, that somehow you're not good enough. And this is why a lot of people, including myself in the past, used to chase success, money, or goals, or things in order to feel good enough, in order to get external validation, in order to have your parents approve of you, whatever it may be, just to feel good enough. And I remember the day when I had this aha moment. I was reflecting on my goals, and I was like asking myself, why do I really want that thing? What would it do for me? All those goals I have that I've been having and chasing, and all those things I've achieved already, what's the common purpose? And it struck me because there was one thing that all those goals had in common, and that was basically I would feel successful or worthy or good about myself. And this is when I started to realize that what I've been chasing all along was not the goals itself, but was that feeling. I was just wanting to feel good about myself, worthy, good enough, like arriving to that feeling constantly, not just getting that little high every time you win or you appear good or something happens well in your life, and then 5 minutes later having that hole, that void again. And this is when I realized that that's what I was lacking the most. And so I started looking between myself, why do I actually feel this way? If I'm chasing something, it means that subconsciously I am lacking it, and I am projecting that quality outside of me. And this is when I became aware of all those deep down belief on unworthiness that was tangled with guilt and shame. And so that was the biggest shadow, becoming aware of that shadow, that I felt unworthy. And so the moment I started working on that, and the moment I started integrating that and started giving myself self-love, self-acceptance, I no longer needed to actually do a lot of shadow work and all of this type of things. That was the biggest healing moment of my life, and that was also the biggest thing that opened up a lot of new manifestation, new level of wealth and success and love, and really completely changing my whole life. The biggest thing is that you don't have the perpetual need to fix yourself, change yourself, or improve yourself because of there's something wrong with me. And you see, the paradox is that it's not about giving up, growing, evolving, becoming better, having better things, but it's about the motivation comes from something different. You do it because you can, you do it because you know it's in you, you do it because you want to, you do it because it comes from a place of expansion, like a deep goal that comes from your soul or something like this, right? It just drives you, but it doesn't come from that place of fear or contraction. Oh my God, I really need it. That that type of energy, that type of contraction. And so it's night and day. So if this video, if you're watching this video, maybe it's for a reason, maybe something brought you here. And so I invite you to do that same exercise I did. Ask yourself, look at your goals right now. Look at those big things you want to create and achieve in your life. And also look at the past one, the ones you've achieved, the ones you failed, it doesn't matter. Ask yourself, why did I want this? What is the main thing in common with all those goals that I wanted, that I want now? How would it make me feel? What would it do for me? What would it give me? What is it that I'm projecting on those goals? Do it on paper, reflect a little bit, and perhaps your answer will become very similar, or perhaps you will discover that there's something else that is in common that is leading you to chase those goals. The moment I dropped the battle of trying to fix myself or thinking that there's something wrong with me, and started accepting myself and started working on that aspect of me and integrating that part of me, it was a game changer that is completely hard to describe. But the more you chase, the more you fight, the more you try to be better and appear better and all of these type of things, you can spend years, you can spend all your money, all your time, and never get anywhere. If it's fueled from a feeling of unworthiness, life will keep on reflecting you that somehow you're just not good enough, or that it's just not good enough. And if that's how you feel, I strongly invite you to reflect on the content of this video. Let me know what you think down in the comment. As always, hit that subscribe button. I'll see you next time. Be well.